the past month, I haven't really been able to run due to injury. And although I am working back into running, I haven't been able to really chase my running goals at all, which have been to get faster and run further distances while running those faster paces. And which is a big problem for me because I love to run. And the past week or two, I've really been looking for a way that I could still get faster while not being able to fully run. And that's where today comes in, because today I am doing a body weight workout that should and will make me faster without having to run or even do cardio. So let's jump right into this workout. Quick check-in, I'm now a quarter of the way through the workout. It's a difficult one, but no, it's good. It's a good workout. But so yeah, I had 5 exercises down. Got 4 more exercises, and then I'm halfway through the workout. Those exercises are push-ups, sit-ups, forward lunges, and air squats. I just got to the point in this workout where I said was halfway. And I was wrong. When I first looked at the workout, it said to go down the ladder and then back up the ladder. So I was like, here's the workout. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll throw up a better image of it. But when I looked at that, I thought, all right, go all the through. When I looked at it, I thought, all right, go down the ladder and then back up the ladder. And that was wrong. Because really, then I looked at it some more right when I got to the halfway point. And you see, like, that's the down the ladder part, and that's the up the ladder part. So I'm actually, where I said it was halfway is actually the whole workout. So, which makes sense because to do that whole workout was 42 minutes, and to do that all again would have been 80 minutes, almost an hour and a half workout, which I've done that long of a workout, but not through the plan that I'm doing. They're always like 30-minute workouts, 40-minute workouts. So that was the first thing. I was like, why is this workout so long compared to the rest of them? But anyways, got the workout done. And in total, I did 200 air squats, 160 forward lunges, 120 sit-ups, 80 push-ups, and 20 burpees, which I said that this workout would be helping me get faster. And that's the case, especially with the air squats and the forward lunges. That high volume, that many reps, that's putting, I guess you could say, a lot of stress on my legs, the quads, the hamstrings, and a little bit of the calves. It's putting that stress, but obviously that's needed stress. That's what weightlifting does. Body weightlifting is in my case, but so that's building strength in my legs, which right there, that's going to make me faster. And then even if you look at the sit-ups, that's building core strength. That's going to help with my running form and just posture overall while running, and just obviously in daily life, but just better stability. And then the push-ups and the burpees, that's just a little bit of upper body work worked into this workout. And it was a really good workout, but now it's time to go get some nutrition in me so this workout actually has an effect and I can actually recover from this workout. So let's go get some nutrition and see what I need to get faster on the nutrition side. Alrighty, here I have my breakfast. It's been a long time since I've had this, almost 5 months. But here we have my egg cheese omelet. We've got some butter and peanut butter lathered on the tortilla first, and then scrambled eggs that have ham in them, and then cheese. This is one of my favorite breakfast meals because I know it's just got a lot of calories right here and a lot of nutrients. I don't know the exact macros off the top of my head. I can quick pull that up. Now these macros don't include the diced up ham that are in the eggs, but this includes everything else though, other than the ham. It's 913 calories, 45 grams of protein, 56 grams of carbs, and 57 grams of fat, which is a little high, but that's because I put a lot of cheese on it, which maybe I could use less cheese, but I like cheese. So that's and then plus whatever the ham has in it, I don't know. But I will also be drinking a protein shake that has 23 grams of protein in it. So that's gonna be add even more nutrients to this meal. I didn't make it yet. I'll probably drink it afterwards, after this. But yeah, so nutrition is so important when it comes to training, no matter what your goals are. But for me, to get stronger, to get faster, to just perform high, I need the calories, the carbs, and especially the protein, because that's what makes our muscles get bigger. It's what our muscles need to get stronger, and I need to get stronger, especially in the legs, to get faster. So nutrition excuse me, nutrition is key, again, no matter what your goals are. And with the title of this video, I said that injury is making me faster, and so far I haven't really said how injury is making me faster. And a piece of that is the fact that before I got injured, I stopped lifting weights for about 2 months, and then I got injured. And that was one thing, lifting weights, and obviously in my case now, body weight training, just strength training in general, is so important to, one, get faster, but two, to not get injured. It helps so much with injury prevention, and that could be one reason why I got injured from running, is because I stopped strength training. So that's one key way that getting injured is helping me get faster, is because it realized the importance of strength training, and it got me back into strength training instead of only running. And the second thing that this injury led me to do, I'm going to talk about in the next section. So I'm going to eat this and we're going to go to that section. The second thing that I learned from this injury that is going to lead to me getting faster is the importance of doing daily mobility sessions. Now, I've talked about this for months now. I mean, 3 months ago, every video I mentioned this, and then I just stopped doing them. I just stopped doing daily mobility sessions. Then I was doing it only like 3 times a week, and then all of a sudden I wasn't doing any mobility sessions, and then guess what? I got injured. And I know the mobility sessions were one of the most important things that was keeping me from injury before I stopped doing them, because at one point I was running 2 to 3 times a week, lifting 3 times a week, and having 5 soccer training sessions, and usually 2 soccer games all in a single week. and I wasn't getting injured. And I was doing mobility sessions daily during that time, during the peak of my soccer season, like 4 months ago it was, or 3 or 4 months ago, whenever my soccer season was. I don't even, in September and October, whenever that was. But anyways, that's because of that I was doing daily mobility sessions, and this was just 10 to 15 minutes of mobility. I wasn't getting injured doing a lot of workouts, soccer, lifting, running. I was doing all of that, and I wasn't getting injured. And this shows that mobility sessions are what I've been missing. That's what led to me getting injured, is because I was running 6 times a week. I was spending less time working out, and I was only running, again, 6 times a week, but I wasn't doing any mobility sessions, and I got injured. I got hurt, which led me to not be able to run anymore. But now, getting back into running, and now I'm doing strength training like I did this morning, but I also I can't stress it enough that I will be getting back into doing daily mobility sessions. And no, it's got to be a non-negotiable to, 1, recover from this injury, and 2, prevent getting any more injuries. So I'm going to do a mobility session today to get today's mobility session out of the way, and really just get back into doing daily mobility sessions so I can get faster, because I won't be getting injured. With my injury being my right knee, and specifically I can't remember what tendon it is called, but the tendon that goes across the knee right here, that connects the calf and the hamstring and thigh, and that actually goes all the way up into the hip right here, and kind of a little bit into the glute. But this whole muscle along here, all this right here, is all connected by a tendon right here. And that's what's irritated, that's what's injured per se. And that's where most of the pain comes from. But I know that the pain that's happening here is actually because my calves tend to be really tight, as well as my hamstrings, and sometimes my quads, but mainly my hamstrings and my calves are always really tight. And that's what's leading to this tendon in my knee being inflamed. And so with these mobility sessions, I know that this muscle right here, that needs to be worked, but not right on top of it. Every day I need to be rolling this out right above that muscle, as well as right below that muscle, because going right on top of it's just gonna irritate it anymore, but going around it will help it. And I'm gonna do it on both sides, just to prevent it on both sides, obviously, but really important to do it on this right side to stop this irritation in this tendon on my knee. Also, just get the calf muscle too, because again, my hamstring and my calf is the muscles that get super bound up and tight, and I can feel that when I'm walking around. So then when I go for a run, they're super tight, and then it irritates the knee and that tendon. So just loosening up these muscles will really help with that. And first thing, again, rolling the muscles out, but I'll also do some band stretching, some what are they called, monster walks or whatever it is, with the band around my ankles, and that should help with this injury and this irritation as well. Also, just doing better stretching before and after training sessions which the after part, I never stretch after. Before, I kind of just half-hearted stretching before, and that's a problem, but that's something I'm also going to fix. Again, all of the work that I'm doing in this video is to try and do my best to get faster, make my legs stronger per se. When I'm not able to fully run, that's the key for this next stretch of my fitness and just my training, because I did a 5-mile run yesterday, and the knee hurt a decent amount afterwards. And when I say afterwards, the rest of the day it hurt. So it's still definitely a problem. So the strength training, the mobility sessions, that has to be my main focus, to rebuild strength in the knee and in the muscles around the knee, and just recover, because I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick of not being able to run, or running and hurting afterwards. The big takeaway from this video is not that getting injured actually led to me getting faster. That's not actually what happened. What actually happened is that getting injured made me realize all the things I was leaving out of my training regimen that would have actually made me faster, quicker, would have kept me from getting injured, which getting injured has slowed my progress down a lot, and maybe even pulled my progress back a little bit. And so it's all the stuff that I was neglecting, one, would have made me faster, and two, would have kept me from getting injured. And that's what I'm taking away from this past 2 months, well, month, 2 months, and it's something you guys can take with you too. It's just the importance of strength training, doing daily mobility sessions, and just proper nutrition, which the nutrition part I was still doing that, but still, it's all so important for getting faster and avoiding injury. But if you want to keep watching, you can watch this video right here, which was last week's video, all about me getting back into training with my first full week of training after my injury. So go watch that. It'd be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.